What is up, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Once again, I am your boy, Reaper for the win. Let's get this started. I am back here once again, and I just want to say one thing before this video starts. Well, two things. One, bam, tattoo. That's why I'm wearing sleeves, or not wearing sleeves. And two, for those of who are big fans of WWE, they know that every so often, every few years or so, about once every 10 years, WWE likes to do multi-pay-per-view months. Now, what I'm saying with that is, think about one of my last videos. I basically reviewed Payback a few days to maybe a week after Payback happened. That was 2 weeks ago. Only for Elimination Chamber to happen literally this past Sunday, the Sunday before this. So, what the hell? Seriously, I mean, I'm a big fan of WWE, of wrestling in general, but it's got to give. I mean, think about it. Who was going to spend 40, 50 bucks on Payback and then turn right around and spend another 40, 50 bucks on that? What WWE is doing is basically rendering the pay-per-view buying experience obsolete now that they have their WWE network. And I know this is how they've been doing for about a year now with this, but the fact remains that this clearly shows the Payback Elimination Chamber, side by side pay per view, as well as the upcoming pay per view, Money in the Bank. They just basically are telling the pay per view audience, the people that can't truly afford the WWE network or just don't want it, to go fuck themselves. And it's wrong. Now, with that saying, I do have the WWE network, so I did get to watch Elimination Chamber, and I will say it's on par with the four big pay-per-views of the year: SummerSlam, Survivor Series, Royal Rumble, and WrestleMania. At least that's my opinion. This pay-per-view actually was on par with it, and yeah, you can see the glare from my phone. So, yeah, let's get started with the pre-show, which I didn't watch, so I don't care about the pre-show. Oh. The Tag Team Elimination Chamber match for the WWE Tag Team Championships. What my thoughts on this match were, let's talk about what teams were in it first. It was New Day, the current Tag Team Champions, New Day, followed by Lucha Dragons, which is Sin Cara and some crazy idiot. Tyson Kidd, Cesaro, who were going into this match a favorite to win. The Primetime Players also favorites, which kind of surprises me a little bit because usually when Vince puts together a group of black guys or two black guys together, it's usually something racist, like Crime Time or New Day or Slater Gator. Yeah, let's take a moment and realize that happened. That existed. Anyway. Primetime Players, The Ascension, which my personal favorite tag team today, just because I like them. I just straight up like their gimmick. Everything about them I like. And then finally, Los Matadores. Why the fuck are Los Matadores still here? Seriously, like, they're a good tag team, but, I mean, you couldn't fucking drag the Usos back to the pay-per-view to do the one match? Okay. Well, the match itself was amazing. It was great to see all these tag teams working off each other, and to see each tag team were put in a pod. Were put in the pods and everything like that. It was great to see that. The bad things. El Torito. the little bull midget guy. I said midget. Get over it. He was locked in the cell as well. What the fuck is he gonna do? No, seriously, like, what is he gonna do against somebody like, Big E or Cesaro for that matter? What's he gonna do against the big guys? Maybe he might take on Apollo Creed, whatever the fuck. He might take on somebody like one of the Lucha Dragons or something like that. Maybe, I don't know. But you don't have El Torito in there. He's not technically part of the tag team. He's the mascot. Now, I can see, and they did this with New Day. They allowed New Day, all three of their members, to be in the cage. But that's because all three of them are officially wrestlers. El Torito is a mascot. He's not really a wrestler. He's wrestled 1 or 2 matches, but that's been over the course of like 3 or 4 years. So, yeah. But all in all, it was a great match with surprising eliminations. But of course, the numbers game catches up with everything, and New Day would wind up winning the match, actually showing them being pretty dang strong. I'm not going to lie about that. They proved themselves to me. Me personally, I think they proved themselves. The tag team that did remain, which I'm kind of annoyed Tyson Kidd and Cesaro were eliminated, but at the same time, they're kind of taking a step back. They are still a main tag team to deal with, but the tag team that took on New Day was straight up primetime players, which I'm very glad that they are getting the push. Simply because of the fact that one of the light skinned guy, who I cannot for the life of me remember what his name is, he's bisexual or gay. So to have, giving them a push and making potentially letting them have the titles, that actually shows advance. I would love to see that, because me personally, I support gay marriage. I support gay relationships, everything like that. So I'm completely supportive of it. And all these years, they've kind of had that gimmick float around, especially with the well-known gimmick of Rico. And I'm glad that it's not just a joke anymore. That they're actually allowing this to happen. And, I'm very glad that they're doing something like this. But either way, let's move on to the next match, which I just screwed up. So, give it 1 second. I hit the backspace on my phone, so I apologize. The next match was Women's Championship match. Nikki Bella wins. She went in as champion. She won. I watched a little bit of the match, but I lost interest after a minute. Neville versus Bo Dallas. I didn't actually catch the match, but I heard really good things about it. Neville beating Bo Dallas, which I think Bo needs another push. I really do. I like his character. I like his arrogance of his character. WWE needs to wise up and realize they have, all these good competitors going with them today. So it would be good to have somebody like Bo Dallas, especially because you can write a whole storyline around him and his brother, who plays Bray Wyatt. So, yeah. If WWE executives watch this, take it to heart. Which I highly doubt WWE executives will watch a YouTube video about a guy sitting in his home in Georgia, USA, making wrestling videos. One can dream. Um, so we come along to the last of our Elimination Chamber matches, which I'm before we get into that, I'm very glad. I'm very glad that they didn't have the championship itself in the elimination chamber match, because there's not that many big stars to throw into the match, if you catch my drift. But I mean, really, you have three people, so it'd be pretty stupid to have those three in a match like that, because I really didn't want to see Randy Orton. I really didn't want to see Randy Orton in another Elimination Chamber match. I would have quit. I would have I would have canceled my network. That's basically it. I would. Um, so anyway, let's get on to the pre-main event. Me personally, I thought it was the main event. But for the Intercontinental Championship, the Elimination Chamber match featuring Ryback, R-Truth. Am I reading that right? R-Truth? Yeah, R-Truth was in this match. He's been getting a pretty dang big push for the Intercontinental Championship since, what, WrestleMania? Well, before WrestleMania. I actually appreciate this. I mean, yeah, it's not like what his glory days of TNA were, where he was the NWA TNA champion, but it's a really good thing to see him becoming a bigger thing. And at least it's better than his gimmick a couple years ago when he feuded with John Morrison and he talked to Lil Jimmy, smoked cigarettes, drank, basically trying to be that typical black person. Which I think actually was stated in one of his interviews, that he's just being himself and being what his race says. But I digress. R-Truth, Sheamus. Fucking Sheamus. King Barrett, who Wade Barrett, aka Bad News Barrett, recently crowned King of the Ring, beating out Neville. It was never on TV. It was not on Raw. It was not on SmackDown. Not on NXT. It was strictly on the WWE Network. I never got a chance to watch it. Maybe I'll go back and watch it and do a review video for it. But until then, you get to see King Barrett. Dolph Ziggler, and then finally filling in for Rusev, who was put on the injured shelf for injuring his foot. Who is going to take his place? Could it be, Randy Orton? Could it be John Cena? Could it be, somebody that's new and awesome? Could it be Neville, maybe, because him and Barrett were feuding for a while? Who could it be? Hey ho, somebody's gonna get that. Oh God, Mark Henry, fucking hell. Mark Henry was replacing Rusev. Why? And we find out the very next night that Big Show returns and wants the Intercontinental Championship from Ryback. Why not just have Big Show come back the night before? It's great to see Mark Henry again, because he's just so comical. It's not, he's just, to me, he's the greatest comedy asset WWE has ever had, because of the fact the man still calls himself the world's strongest man, even though his record has been broken several times over by now. Yet, Mark Henry's still the world's strongest man, because he can somehow lift the Big Show. Mark freaking Henry is in this match, and he comes down to the final four. It surprises me that he went that far. I was sitting halfway through this match thinking, oh my God, Mark Henry might actually win this shit. And we all know it's either going to be Dolph Ziggler, Barrett, or Ryback that's going to wind up winning because they've been giving so many big pushes to those three. But to see Mark Henry in this dang match, just, oh my god, it was amazing. I'm sorry, I'm losing a little bit, but if if you watch this show, they got a website now and they play their videos called OSW Review, which is Old School Wrestling Review. Um, if you ever get the chance, if you're watching my video and you've never heard of them, give it a chance, watch it. They're freaking hilarious. They're three Irish guys that just basically critique, or they critique, or in American terms, they shit on all these classic moments, which is the greatest thing of all time. And they've shit talked Mark Henry before, and seeing him in this match just made me think of all those jokes and what Burr he is, and what Burr is a little side joke that they have on their show. So, anyway, Mark Henry winds up getting eliminated, thank God, because him being Intercontinental champion was just like, no. No. But anyway, that match was actually pretty good. I will admit, it was actually not as good as the tag team Elimination Chamber match, simply because that one had more high flyers and it was a little bit better, and there was feeling of higher stakes. But this match, it held its own. I would say it was in one of the top four matches of the matches. I need to take a drink. And as you all know me well enough, product placement. Yeah, but I believe it's the top four matches of the night. Other than that, I didn't much watch any other matches. And I'll say my top four when the time comes. But, yeah, so Ryback does eventually wind up winning, last eliminating... Who was he last eliminated again? Sheamus? Yeah, he last eliminates Sheamus. I mean, that's all. Sheamus, there goes your push. Bye. Dolph Ziggler, there goes your push. Bye. Wade Barrett, you're British. But anyway, it was a great match. It had its faults. All in all, I give it a passing grade. Now, let's move on to, I believe, the match of the night straight up. John Cena versus Owens. John Cena versus Owens. That match was amazing. Kevin Owens, who is NXT champion, versus John Cena, who is the current WWE champion, WWE United States World, whatever. They said that he was the World Heavyweight United States champion. No, he's just the U.S. champ. But that match, the two work amazing together. I enjoyed every second of that match. Every single second. From the very beginning, the opening holds, to the pump up power bomb delivered by Kevin Owens to John Cena for the victory. It was an amazing match. If I could just go, I would go back to watch the pay-per-view simply because of that match being on it. The two are amazing together, and I'm very hopeful that they don't screw up at Money in the Bank, because it was announced directly after their match that Kevin Owens, John Cena 2 would be happening at Money in the Bank. But Kevin Owens He's an asshole. He's arrogant, and I love his character. Love I love the fuck out of his character. Basically, is what I'm. And it's not even just because he's arrogant and he's an asshole. He backs it up. He's a heel that very much. He's kind of like Stone Cold in a way, because he's a badass and he does bad things, but he backs it up. Like, not many heels nowadays are like that. Like, because think about it, Seth Rollins, yeah, he's a great character, but he has the Shield to protect him, and he runs away when he's basically a one-on-one, or chooses to hit his opponents from behind. Kevin Owens? No, he straight up goes after you. Hell, Kevin Owens went face to face with, or well, not face to face, like punching, kicking, stuff like that. He just basically got in the face of Samoa Joe. One of the the best wrestler in TNA's history. Next to Kurt Angle, AJ Styles, Christopher Daniels, stuff like that. But Samoa Joe is one of the toughest to ever come out of TNA wrestling. He's one of the toughest to come out of New Japan Pro Wrestling, ever to come out of Ring of Honor. And Kevin Owens stood toe-to-toe with him. He did the same with John Cena. He did not back down. He kept at Cena. He kept kicking out. And I gotta say, Kevin Owens, I see a great future as long as they keep his character like this. They don't have to give him flashy clothes or a nice upbeat song to come out to. No, I like his music. I like his attire. I like, his arrogance, his charisma, everything. Keep it like that. I mean, yeah, maybe change up just a little bit, but don't change up his style. Don't change up his attitude. I mean, let him be him. And I know WWE tends to do this a lot when they see a potential future superstar. They change them up completely, and the crowd hate it compared to when they loved the original one, and then WWE fires their creation because they say that the fans aren't behind them anymore. Sad to know that. Paul Burchill, rest in peace. But anyway, all in all, best match of the night is what I believe. There's really nothing, in my opinion, that tops it, but the main event comes very close. And speaking of the main event, let's move on to it. It was a great main event, by the way. Seth Rollins with J&J Security, Corporate Kane, facing off against Dean Ambrose for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. It was a good match. Compared to Owens versus Cena, it's nothing. But all in all, by itself, it was a great match. Showing a lot of good spots. The two going toe-to-toe. They work really well together as well, just because they've been on a tag team for so many years, as well as faced each other for so many years. They are really good friends in real life, so for the two to work together in the ring, it was really great to see. Again, just the two one-on-one compared to last year when they took on one another in the Hell in a Cell, which didn't work out so well. It just basically featured 5 minutes of them fighting, and then that was it. But here, it was amazing to see. Dean Ambrose, I'm a huge fan of. He did lack some things, but it was all in all great. And the fact that at the end of the match, as we all saw and probably all freaked out about, including myself, who almost broke my laptop because of this fact, I I freaked out when the second referee came down, kind of 1, 2, 3. Here's your winner, and the new WWE World Heavyweight Champion, Dean Ambrose. I lost my shit. I punched my computer screen. Not hard enough to break it, but actually, I still got some things on it, so I apologize about that. Um, but when this first referee comes to, we find out that Dean Ambrose actually was disqualified because he hit the ref accidentally. So, Dean Ambrose has won the match via disqualification. However, Seth Rollins is still the World Heavyweight Champion. And I like the little spot at the end where J&J Security, Corporate Kane, um, fucking bollocks, Kane, and Seth Rollins get in the ring, start to beat down Ambrose to take the title back. Then comes Roman Reigns, who has actually been getting a really good push as of late, being the kind of sidekick to Dean Ambrose, because WWE has finally wised up and realized, oh crap, Dean Ambrose is the bigger star out of the two. He's got a better wrestling, or he's better in the ring, he's better on the mic, he's got more charisma, the fans support him far more than Roman Reigns. The only people that support Roman Reigns are those that are paid by the WWE to support Roman Reigns, like they did with John Cena. But either way, Roman Reigns comes down, Dean Ambrose steals the championship and still has the championship. So all in all, the match was good. Waiting for something else? No, the match was good. That's all I can really say. The match of the night, straight up, Owens versus Cena, because the two worked so well together. The move set was amazing. There was actually no botches. I didn't see any botches whatsoever. And John Cena's not the cleanest wrestler, so it's not like he was going to do it. But I can tell that that Owens was pulling the match the majority of the time, but John Cena held his own. So that is easily the match of the night, with a second coming with I'm going to get some heat for this, but the tag team elimination chamber match would be second, with a close third being the World Heavyweight Championship match, and the fourth, of course, being the Intercontinental Championship. And then, of course, I have to say this, the Divas Championship match, far in the back. But either way, you guys, that has been my video for today. Reaper Reviews, WWE's Elimination Chamber 2015. I will possibly be doing another video here in a few moments. No guarantee, because I got to do some stuff here in personal life. But either way, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video, as well as, any videos that are future to come. Before I forget, really quick, I have a new subscriber, and I want to give a little shout out to him. His name is Bill Davis. Dude, you're awesome. I give you a shout out really quick. For most people that are actually watching this video and not understanding what I'm talking about, Bill, this new guy has no videos on YouTube, no subscribers, yada yada. He subscribed to me and messaged me and told me I was his hero, which I don't necessarily know what that means, but alright. So I appreciate you, man, and it was good talking to you. When I get, like I told you when I was talking to you last night, when I get more subscribers, I will be doing a question and answer video. But until then, seeing as I only have 6, I'm going to wait off a little bit until I get at least 20. When I hit 20 subscribers, then I'll be doing that. But either way, you guys, I hope you have a great day, night, evening, morning, whatever time zone it is for you guys. And once again, I am Reaper for the win. If you guys like this video, leave a like, possibly a comment. And if you like my awkwardness, give me a subscribe. So you guys, yeah. I will see you guys later. Reaper out.